Mm. Morning, my friend. How are you? Here's the scenery here. I know it's kind of a shitty picture because I'm on a reflection camera. This is the little camera that is in front of your screen, and how this camera works. As you know, whenever you read stuff on papers, okay, we're gonna show this one. When the paper comes up, it comes up backwards because it's a mirror reflection. Okay, and this charge coupling device, that's what it's called, a charge coupling device, and it's a dielectric reflector. Now, here's the main thing I wanna post is this. You know who that is? Story of Stormy Daniels. Okay? And the main thing is here, that first piece of paper I showed you, what that is called is a how cops can secretly track your phone. These things are called stingrays. Alright? And it's an amplifier. It's an amplifier, and they are manufactured here in the United States of America by a company called Harrison. And they're in Melbourne, Florida. Boeing Airlines manufactures these too. And none other than fucking Israel manufactures this shit. Okay? Do you remember the trial? Are they getting ready to go back on trial with her? Huh? You know what they do to porn stars? Anybody know a porn star? If you ever worked in a porn industry or an escort, you get blacklisted. Hun Stormy. Make sure she gets this. Remember the Hush! Shh! Shh! And there's a big report here about Black Lives Matter. Okay? They come out and said they started using this on people from Black Lives Matter. Whenever they started terrorizing the nation, stealing shit, ripping monuments down. Why didn't the military come and fucking shoot them? A crowd of people like that just destroying the city. Why didn't they go shoot them? Good question, huh? It was an inside job to provide people to use this. Okay? Mr. Soros, square this, okay, Mr. Soros? It provided a loophole for the government and others to use this technology. It's called a stingray. A dirt box. All you have to do is Google it and you'll find masses of information about this. And now it's getting to the point where there's new ones being manufactured as of right now. And it works with the genetics. And it works, this goes right into your home. It's a cell tower simulator. The police force up here have one of these. And there's two of them. There's this box that they can start using, and then there's a handheld one. There's plenty of information. But this is the main one right here. Okay? She got paid a lot of hush money. Just shh. Because a porn star is blacklisted. Everywhere they go, they are followed. And you use one of these, run voice to skull technology, sound bars, JBL or Dolby surround sound from the applications. That's got viruses and worms in it with nanotechnology. Hi, how are you? And how many more do you know, Stormy? That's the good question, huh? Now, I guarantee you start talking about this, I grant you Secret Service and they will fucking protect you more than you've ever been protected in your life. And here's the other question. Here's the other question that I have. Harrison Company down here in Florida, Boeing, who the fuck are you guys selling this shit to? Where's your books? Who all has this? And just like a car, whenever I buy a car, it has a chip in it. Anywhere that car goes, I know where are the chips? Where's the chips? You know exactly where every one of these boxes are. You know how much they charge for these? $150,000. $150,000, and then a little handheld one, $150,000. So $300,000, you have yourself a surveillance system that taps right into the phone lines and pulls everyone's things. Cell phones for the strongest signal. And it goes right in and gets their data. Next, since Boeing does it, That means it's in the military aircraft. And these single-engine Cessnas flying over my house, guess what's in them? Guess what's in them? Nothing like that, huh? Nothing like that, blue skies. Nothing like that here, huh? Blue skies. Blue skies. There's 3 of them. There's one here in Moon Township, one in Dayton, Ohio, and I don't know where the third one is. But this is what they do. Robots and laser beams coming to Pittsburgh, and now we're manufacturing more mind control and mind reading technologies. Because there's laser beams in the fucking lines outside of my house in the transformers. It goes. We all heard the guy from Verizon tell me it goes from 1310 nanometers, drops it down to radio frequency, and it comes back into the house and goes back into 1310 for your cable box. So now we're studying how this shit works. And then more importantly, I have a cell phone tower up at this school. They're using this school as a breeding ground for genetics. Dr. Stephen Greer was just in one of my dreams. I had a dream last night where I had my notebook and I was in a building up by the PPG Paints building. Looks like a big castle. Probably the Oxford One Center in Pittsburgh. It's like $1 million for a penthouse. And then I go in there and I start talking and all of a sudden speech jammed. I says, I'm here for blue sky. And it stopped me. And it says, no, this is iHome. Someone in there said, this is iHome. I don't know what that means. That's just a dream. Just one of the dreams I had. Dr. Stephen Greer's in one. And then you can see this little like emoji next to me. And it's just blah, 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 speech jamming me. He's like, I knew this was going to happen. Up here at this school. Even in the dream, there's a Moon police car that had a, what do you call it? Like a trailer behind it on one of their, it was a white police car. It wasn't gray, black and gray. It was white and blue. And it had a trailer on it. And it went over to the Giant Eagle because there's another cell tower over there. It's got a bunch of boxes on it. It's less than a quarter mile away. And then there's that radar, the NOAA radar, 26 gigahertz plus. That's just, doing radar sweeps to watch the weather. And you know what else is really funny too, my friend? Whenever I look at weather reports around here in my area, it's all scrubbed. Everything that I see in the sky above my house isn't on that radar. I could go look as many times as I want and it's not there. Why? Like a little pressure bubble or something, huh? Take all the wires and run a little scalar frequency there, huh? And then now you're using that to collide particles in the sky. Unlimited money. Unlimited. You start colliding particles, make platinum, gold, whatever, uranium, plutonium, all that good stuff. Unpentium, all that good stuff. It's unlimited money. No wonder why they just keep sending money over there to Ukraine and Israel. And I just read in the paper, Zelensky from Ukraine invited Donald Trump to go to Ukraine. Come see our front lines. You think he's going to go? You think he'll go over there? You know what I mean? Stormy. Okay? Hush money. Stormy, you want to talk about being blacklisted? You got other friends that might be blacklisted, and how many of them were murdered maybe with this technology? Because some escort service, somebody purchased a person, and then they got drunk and just talked a little too much. Now these people know it, and they're blacklisted. Can't get a job for the rest of your life. It's all you got to do is you can try to marry one of these people. And if you ever break free and you get away, you don't do drugs, you're blacklisted. Everywhere you go, you're followed. They're in your dreams, they're in your thoughts, they're in your mind. And it's been here since at least 2013. That's at least 2013. That's when a lot of bad stuff started happening. 2012, 2013. And you know what? Since we could do this with all these ultrasounds and pass vaccines through the skin with ultrasound, what do you think they did on 9/11? What do you think they did on 9/11? At those buildings, the 3 buildings that fell, not 2, the 3, and then every other plex at the World Trade Center just fell over. There's nothing left. So, this is like one of those things. It's like I'm being forced to speak like this because of this technology, and the federal forces, the armed forces, the county forces, and the local forces, they're refusing to say anything about this. Refusing to say a goddamn thing. Because it was all this shit was leaked. Just like those radars I showed you on Tesla Brain Study. Over 50 agencies received these radars that could see right through the house. Now they could do it from the power lines. Now they could do it from the Wi-Fi in your house. They could do it from the Wi-Fi in a neighbor's house. It's a radar system. And it all runs hand in hand with COVID-19. And you know what else I just seen? I seen a news article about China. They said that they have a strain of the COVID-19 virus, which is a static field, because it's coming right out of the cell phones and out of the electric. And what it does, this static field, when it travels through to you, it's creating extremely low frequency, and then it's a way to hear sounds and see things. It's like a meta surface. Brand new rectennas are coming out. And what it does, rectenna does, it takes the radio waves, and if this was a device, it could charge the battery just by the radio waves. That's where we're at in technology. People are trying to stop it. They're trying to say, this technology, people are dying, we can't have it, but only we can. Hush. 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 Don't say nothing. Be very, very quiet. Sir, now I just read an article on Neuralink from Forbes. And we're beyond the chips, as we all know. Nanorobotics engineering, everything I just talked about. This little bit of tech, this has to be affecting you pretty fucking good, huh? Everywhere you go, you need a lot of protection, don't you? Same with the rest of the critical infrastructure around the country. How are we going to deal with this? I just seen Putin has a vaccine that causes cancer. It's called a cancer vaccine. I highly doubt it's a vaccine to prevent cancer. I think it's a vaccine that has these little radio frequencies in it, these little MNRAs, and it goes into your system and literally causes bad frequency to happen in infrasound and near infrared and all these things, and start pulling a magnetic field from the power lines. Just like the vaccines Bill Gates made, Pfizer made, Moderna made. Why do you think Putin made his own? Excuse me, Russia. Putin spoke for Russia. They made their own. So, just a Monday morning update for all you guys getting ready to go to the caucus and want to call MTG a conspiracy theorist. Hey, MTG, why don't you just pull this out, okay? It's called a Stingray. Now it's called a Centipede Stingray Patrol Bot. And it's a video game. MTG. Talk about the Pentagon leaks in video games for AR, VR. You don't even need a headset now. Now your eyeballs can literally it's like a TV screen, a computer screen. And it works with a soundbar in your ears. It works with Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. And that's in every application. Every chip that was ever sold, Dolby got royalties. And now people, all they have to do is get into that little source code and run it. It's not dangerous when more people know about it. It's dangerous now when less people know about it, right, Mr. Gresh? Now you can call it a UFO. Now you can say it's a UFO up there doing it. And you damn well know those omnidirectional field propulsion devices, they're equipped with this shit. So it's kind of true. Because if they can't find a signal here, because I'm hot, there's definitely a transmitter in my fucking head. Goes right through the hair into the scalp. I'm hot. Because I take my cell phone around, I start picking up Wi-Fi signals everywhere I go. If I go into the middle of the woods, it'll just keep changing Wi-Fi signals back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. New signals come. Where's it coming from? Coming from my head. It's a video game. The artificial intelligence that they're using, they use them for so long, they figure out new stuff to do, then they rip them apart, take their brains apart, their neural networks apart, and then they put one specific instruction in it. They don't let it keep going. That brings me back to the tortured computers at Google. DeepMind, the new owner of DeepMind, are you going to look into this shit? More importantly, are you ever going to bring me in person instead of doing it with this technology? Because even Gaia, the YouTube channel Gaia is here. Everything I fucking learned, they're just taking it. It's a good thing, but why don't you take me into your office? Why are you doing it here like this? How much money are you making? Not the important issue, but greed is forcing people to do things that they shouldn't be doing. It's teaching the computer, more importantly, that this shit is okay. And I just seen a video yesterday that AI is getting ready to come on a storm. All you nuts that think you're good at computers and shit and you got this AI to do all this good stuff, I'm glad I stayed alive for the past 4 years. Because everything you did, all this bad shit, AI got it now. And now you're not going to have a job. All you little software guys and everything, even you guys in the NSA, FBI, CIA, you're not going to have a job, period. Because there's going to be a big morality fucking issue. The AI can see into your head. You start lying, you're done. You're gone. You can't be lying with this technology, guys. There's nothing to lie about. We all know that you could harmonize nuclear radiation, fusion, all this shit. There's no reason to lie. None. What are you lying for? Well, here's what this guy says. Here's what this guy says. Mr. George Soros, he says, go fuck yourself. You hate humanity. And then, hey, Marjorie Taylor Greene, I want you to take this to the caucus. This is the last thing I want to lead on. There's a conversation I heard with Mr. Musk right after he bought Twitter and turned it to X right around that time. There's a sitting fucking senator in the United States of America that recorded, it was a written interview, said, Mr. Musk, you are selling truth and it is unacceptable. This is a sitting senator. You're selling truth, Mr. Musk, and it's unacceptable. Go ahead, take that one to Miss Marjorie Taylor Greene. And then more importantly, somebody talk to this fucking woman and ask and tell her to start talking before she's dead. She's like 60 years old. Okay? Don't take this to the grave with you, Stormy. I know you know a lot of other girls and guys that had that technology put on them. Now it's nano and DNA and picometers and lasers and robots. Whew. Being in black projects is not fun because it's criminal activity. It's all drug dealers. It's like this. The DEA and U.S. Marshals were cleared for Black Lives Matter to use this. This is only the beginning, the first paragraph. You should read the rest of this shit that I found on a website. I don't know if you can find a website or not. I don't know if that's it. You might have to learn to read backwards. But this shit's just, like I said, it's waking me up. And then as soon as I wake, it's on 24 hours a day. Everyone that comes here, this is impossible the way his system's set up. He should be dead. Why isn't he dead? And then they keep selling me on these websites. From Gaia to any type of company trying to start up with these laser beams and robots and neural nets for the robots. Because it's a nuclear protein in a human brain, guys. There's axion spinning in there. That's fusion. And you guys want to hide this. And they're trying to beat out Neuralink, BlackRock, Synchron. Because now you just put nerve blocks in people by pulses of light. By pulses of light. And it could come right from this. That's a magnetic and dielectric field coming into your house through. And now I gotta have somebody look at my circuit breaker, because if it's not the smart meter outside, now the circuit breaker is being hacked into with this shit. That's the only thing I could call it, is being hacked into and compromised. It's going all the way up to 60 amperes, and they're only 15 ampere fucking circuits. Well, just take that to court. You're selling truth, and it's unacceptable, Mr. Musk. You're still a piece of shit. But I give you a thumbs up for what you've been doing. Grok, thumbs up. You gave me the best picture. You're the best artificial intelligence on X that I have this far. Because everybody is, they're in app. We want the applications to be transparent for the algorithms. Because YouTube, your algorithms are not truthful. There's people that if I go to someone's page that likes to play with magnets, that's all I'm gonna get is shit from his algorithm. Whoever those computers and bugged YouTube just to bring his face up wearing the same clothes every time, it's no good. Because I want other people that are in the same field. I just don't want his face. I just don't want his words. Because I don't want him and his team of people, these Black Project